Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Geeky Leaks podcast. I am Liam.
And I'm Josh.
And this week,
Stuff.
video cards were released. Games were released.
Stuff.
Things happened. Bitcoin's over $7,000. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that later, but man, oh man. This week's been pretty eventful. Razer's got a phone out.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Did not see any of this coming.
So, yeah, let's just jump into it. I don't even know where to start with some of this stuff. But,
Yeah, really.
We're going to start off with GTX 1070 Ti is out.
Oh yeah.
And just like the article says, Vega 56 probably should have led to lower prices, in my opinion, but instead we have 1070 Ti. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to scroll down a bit in the article because they show us a chart here with the specs. Mm-hmm. So this is where it gets confusing not confusing, but just weird, right? So the 1070 Ti is really a hybrid of a 1070 and 1080. I mean, kind of go figure, but it's surprising how close to a 1080 it really is.
Yeah, it's like neck and neck.
So you're losing one SM, so you're losing 128 CUDA cores.
Which is really not that bad.
But you get the same base clock as a 1080 and the same boost clock as a 1070. You still get 8 gigs RAM, but instead of GDDR5X, it's regular GDDR5, so you get the same memory as the GTX 1070. But where this thing gets weird is, so NVIDIA's been putting the hammer down, and they've been not letting board partners sell pre-overclocked cards. So
right.
Every single 1070, you can buy one and overclock it yourself. That hasn't changed. There's a rumor going on about that for a while. But you can still overclock them yourself. But every single 1070 Ti you buy, even if it's like an EVGA FTW,
is space clocked?
Space clocked.
Interesting.
Why? Because NVIDIA doesn't want to cannibalize sales with the 1080 because this thing is so close
Oh yeah, okay.
to a 1080 out of the box already.
If you got an aftermarket
If you bought an aftermarket 1070 Ti, it's faster than a stock 1080.
Okay. So they don't want to sabotage their own sales,
Yes.
which makes sense.
Which, yep, from their perspective, absolutely makes sense.
Kind of unfortunate, but I get it.
It just seems weird because here's the thing. So the 1070 MSRP is $380.
Yep.
1080 is $500.
Right, so $120.
This thing, 1070 Ti is $449 US. But the
Yeah.
aftermarket 1070s encroach upon $500.
Right, so it's kind of making things weird then.
So you buy an aftermarket 1070 Ti for basically the same price as a founder's or stock blower style 1080 and overclock it and it's faster.
Yeah.
But then you overclock the 1080 and it's faster, but it's hotter and louder. So it's this really, 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 really weird, like, I don't even say it's middle of the road anymore. It's just kind of like
I guess it kind of is, but
it kind of is, but like,
yeah, I don't
it's
know.
so
It's weird.
close. It's just so, like, if anything, they should have shaved off, like, they should have made like the 1070 like 350 and made this
Sure.
like 420. So there's at least a $70-$80 gap in between.
Yeah.
This thing is too close priced. Like, if you're gonna buy, like, because a lot of the aftermarket 1080s, like an ACX2 EVGA is like maybe $520.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna spend like $480 or something like that on the aftermarket 1070, spend the extra $40 to get the 1080.
True, you might as well.
At that point, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
just spend $480 or $470 anyway.
You might as well just go all out.
So it's weird. Like, Gamers Nexus has talked about it in their review as well, and they were basically just like, it's a good card, but like, you basically have to pay exactly $450 for it, or there's no point buying 1080.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, like, you're $20-$30 away for 1080. So why are you buying this?
Exactly.
Because
no
the
sense.
1080 is like, not only do you get more CUDA cores, but you get GDDR5X.
Yeah. So
Like, it's actually like a better card overall. And there's some benchmarks. There's some down here, but Gamers Nexus as well as Hardware Unboxed also had reviews where they're like, depending on the game, if the game is more memory dependent, the 1080 is actually like significantly faster. Like 15-ish%.
So it's very specific in situations that it would make sense, but most of the time you'd probably end up going with the 1080 anyway.
Yeah, like, unless you can find the 1070 Ti for like literally like $450, maybe $460.
Yeah.
If you're spending, again, if you're going to spend $480 on like an aftermarket 1070 Ti, drop the extra $30-$40 and just get the 1080. You might as well.
Yeah.
Or jump down to the 1070 because it's actually substantially cheaper.
Yeah.
So, like, if anything, I think it would have made more sense if they just shaved like $20-$30 off the 1070. $350 for the 1070, $420-ish for the 1070 Ti, $500 for 1080, because at least there's like actual stepping stones.
Exactly.
This thing is just a little bit too close to 1080 pricing, I think.
Yeah.
Especially for the aftermarket ones. But
yeah.
Regardless, it's still very fast. It is essentially like a very slightly underperforming 1080 for potentially $50 less.
True.
So in that sense, it's good. But I don't know. It's just a little too close. It's weird. There's never been a 70 Ti, ever.
Really?
Never. This is the first one ever. It's always been like
a 50 or 60 Ti.
A 50 or 60 or an 80 Ti.
Yeah.
This is never been a 70 Ti before.
True.
And it's probably due to Vega 56, but it's hard to say. They might have done it anyway.
I mean,
we don't know.
It makes the most sense.
But either way, if you're looking for a 1080, I mean, hey, maybe this is good for you because maybe you can get like this close to a 1080 for $50 less now.
Save a little bit of money. Like
but,
maybe it puts it in your price range or something.
Yeah. Or, you know, put that money towards more RAM or an SSD or something.
Yeah.
But again, just if you're going to spend like the aftermarket ones and you really are like $20-$30 away from a 1080, it honestly is worth the extra $20-$30 at that point.
Exactly.
It's just not worth like the 80 extra bucks.
Yeah.
You know,
that's when it would be
and that's why it's weird because it's just, again, it's so close.
Yep.
The price, but it's still damn fast, and there's nothing wrong with it. So you'll be happy if you buy it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, of course.
So anyway, that's out. Check it out if you want. There's benchmarks here. There's lots of YouTubers that have videos on it and stuff. So
yeah.
Moving on. Speaking of 10 series cards, actually, this actually ties in directly.
My God.
I don't know if you kind of want to take this one a little bit, or
sure. I'll take the reins. take the reins on this one.
Yeah, do it up.
Yeah. So. For any creative professionals out there, After Effects, there's a slight issue with 10 series graphic cards, which I did not know about, and I'm a little bit upset to hear about this. Don't worry, it's easily fixable, which is ridiculous, Adobe. Like,
yeah, it's too easily fixable.
Yeah.
It should not be an issue.
I can fix it in 2 minutes. So, like, give me the update. What the hell is that? I pay a lot of money for your products, so come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically, the issue is that After Effects doesn't officially support, like, 10 series graphics cards, like GTX 10 series graphics cards. Which is basically the best way of doing like 3D accelerated stuff, like ray trace. They call it basically the problem is with ray trace 3D rendering, which is like essentially if you're trying to do 3D animation. Some of the plugins that you use for 3D animation use a lot of ray trace 3D stuff, and if you don't support Cuda with that and you're using a 10 series card, you're limited to OpenCL. So what the hell? Like, why do I have a 10 series graphics card?
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with OpenCL, but if you have a 10 series graphics card,
Cuda's
like,
obviously way better.
Like, and it works with like flawlessly with 9 series, 7 series, 6 series,
no
any
problem.
other series.
Yep. So basically, the plugin is from somebody called Video Copilot. Go check out their website because their website's awesome. They have some sick stuff on there. But a lot of people use Element 3D, which is one of their main plugins to actually do like essentially real-time 3D animation and real-time 3D editing. Like you can edit text, you can edit objects, whatever you want. So yeah, if you can't use CUDA on that, you're kind of limited in your performance compared to what you should be getting. But yeah, the fix is ridiculously easy, so I don't understand Adobe. Essentially, you just have to get like a DLL file, right? Like,
yep.
It's just
you go and download the DLL file. And then all you do, and I'll scroll down a bit here so you guys can read it. You go and download this DLL file. You crack it open. You go into there, and all you do is edit it, and basically just put the name of the GPU you're using. So in this person's case in the article here, it's the GTX 1070.
Yep.
And then you save the file. You reboot After Effects, and Bob's your uncle.
Done. Yeah.
Now, here's the stupid thing about it. How long has Pascal been out?
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally almost a year and a half.
So
and like May 2016,
and there was just brand new huge Adobe updates as of like not even a month ago. So like we just went to like I think Adobe 2018,
and like you were saying too, like you have telemetry enabled,
yes,
so that they can collect data from you to make the program better. This should never have been an issue, not once, and like not even day one.
And it's not even that this is like a small user base that like kind of do it. Like, nah, this is your most popular plugin. I know they implemented Cinema 4D, and that's a thing. But, like, most people have used Element 3D, and that's because it's a third-party plugin, and that's kind of just what...
Yeah.
I think it was around before that was the kind of thing. And, and Cinema 4D was more professional.
Okay,
so, like, this was a plugin you could get, you add it in, and it basically gives you professional functionality.
Right.
So, a lot of people use it. So, why would you cut away that user base, let alone cut away all the people who have NVIDIA graphics cards that use your products, which is, like... ridiculous amounts of people.
Well, and like the 10 series too, like not to dive into it too much, but like I remember when that came out and like you could not find a 1080 1070 at all. Like they're gone. Everybody bought everyone.
Exactly.
And then their cousin bought 2 more.
Yep.
Like you could not find them. Like it was one of the biggest upgrades for a lot of people in years. Mm-hmm. Like more than the 9 series and the 7 series.
Yep.
Like probably since like Kepler. you know, so
And
a lot of people use these cards.
And even more silly about this is NVIDIA has the updated DLL file available for you to download on their website. And I'm pretty sure they've also sent it to Adobe. So, what the hell?
Adobe, good job.
Yeah, that's like excellent. Thank you for taking my money, not doing anything with it.
This is called sarcasm. Good job.
So yeah, please,
Anyway.
please just like, so I don't. I mean, I'm gonna do it obviously because
You know what? Now
I
that
can,
this is November 1st, this came out. Now that it's on the public, watch it. It's fixed in a week.
that'd be really funny.
Like we'll see.
But
We'll see. But
it's funny though because I can't update because I'm in school, which is lols. So I have to do it. It's just funny.
Anyway, moving on. But yeah. So you guys know Razer. They make keyboards, mice, laptops, and all sorts of stuff. Well, now apparently they make phones.
I mean, they're known for going into the prototypes kind of stuff too. With Project.
Project Christine.
Yeah, Christine was interesting.
Yep.
They've done a few other ones too.
They had I forget the name of it, but they had a gaming tablet several years ago as well.
Yes.
That
was it like the Blade? Or no, that's their laptop.
The laptop's the Blade. I can't remember what they called the tablet, but
yeah.
This smartphone is nice. It's a lot of what you would expect, like a Snapdragon 835.
Yeah, it's B
specs. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, which is just, I don't want to say it's stupid, but it's just insane amount of RAM. No headphone jack because people don't use headphone jacks apparently.
Nope.
5.7 inch 1440p display. Here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
120 hertz.
Yep.
That's awesome. Also, dual awesome apparently front-facing speakers.
Yeah, Dolby Atmos certified, which is Dolby Atmos, and they're certified by THX, which is pretty nuts. Like those are some pretty reputable sound companies. So
64 gigs of onboard storage, and one of my favorite parts of this phone, 4,000 milliamp hour battery.
Yeah, the battery's huge considering the phone size and everything too. I mean, it's like a large phone. Like if you have big hands, it's gonna be nice, but like at 5.7 inches, but like man, 4,000 milliamp hour battery, that's pretty good.
That's nice. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And you know, this is the first phone, the only other mobile-ish product that I'm aware of that has the 120 hertz display is the new iPad Pros.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They have 120 hertz displays as well.
Cool.
Other than that, I've never heard of a phone with it. I don't think there's been one yet. Marcus Brownlee or MKBHD. If you guys haven't heard of him, check him out. He's huge on YouTube. He did a kind of quick overview of this phone, and I said this to him earlier, and just because it kind of shocked me, he said this is the only phone he's ever used that felt more fluid or had a more like fluid feeling experience than a Nexus/Pixel phone. And it's probably because of the 120 hertz display, but also the version of Android they have on here is really stock. Like there's barely any like bloatware on it.
That's
at all,
awesome.
Which is sweet.
That's really good to hear.
Which also ties into the Razer is able to update it quickly. They're promising it's running 7.1.1 right now, but they're promising Oreo for Q1
at least
in 2018.
At least that's updated 7.1. Like it's because there was some issues with 7.0 to up to 7.1.
Okay.
So it's nice that at least you're getting the fixed versions of Android 7.
Yeah.
So that's at least a good start. And then they're going to promise to update Oreo. So.
And you know what? I can't even complain about 7.1.1.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? The S8's still on 7.1.1.
Yeah. Like
so
that's totally
that's
fine.
par for
that's
the
cool.
course, right? So if they're going to get it to 8 in Q1, then that's probably faster than some other manufacturers may or may not get it there.
Exactly.
So, you know what, Razer? Good on you.
Yep.
It is a $700 US phone, so it's not cheap. But honestly, that's not lunacy. That's not crazy.
It's not like other Razer products where, like the Blade was a good example, where it's like, this thing is awesome, but like, damn, it's expensive compared to other laptops. Like, it's really nice, but like,
this is not
damn,
cheap, but I mean, like,
it's in the ballpark of other things that are comparable.
Well, and if you want to talk about like, I don't want to, because I could go off about this all day, so I won't. But I'll just briefly say, like, for all the stuff that's packed into this phone, especially considering stuff like 8 gigs RAM and 120 hertz display, and it's $700, it makes a hardware experience such as the iPhone 8 honestly kind of laughable.
True.
Just in terms of what you pay for the hardware you get. Not the experience, that's a different argument. Not the software. I'm just talking purely for the like the hardware that's put into it.
Specs for
like,
money.
That's crazy. So I think Razer did a pretty bang up job on that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially for, you know, somebody who's never made a phone before.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the first stab at it. It's actually awesome.
Yeah. So definitely stay tuned. There's going to be lots of reviews on this thing coming out. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Oh, it's good to see Razer kind of branching out more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do, I guess, in terms of like weird stuff, which is
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, it's good to see them stepping into like something that's more serious for them, like another type of laptop kind of thing. Like the Blade was hugely successful, and now we have this. Hopefully, this is madly successful, and we kind of keep this going. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully, this is kind of like another 1+1 or 1+.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
That'd be awesome.
For sure.
But yeah.
This next one's going to be kind of quick, but so in case you guys haven't really been following this, so for a while, Microsoft was offering free upgrades to Windows 10 for Windows 8, 8.1, 7.
I guess that's been what, like 2 years now?
Yeah, over 2 years.
Something like that.
Because Windows 10 came out July of 2015.
Yeah, so
now they had originally said they were going to end that last year, and they sort of, kind of, not really, but sort of did. What they did was they put in a workaround, so to speak, where when you go to update to Windows 10, if you use the assistive technologies option, which could be anything, it could be text to speech, it's like keyboard shortcuts even count. So like if you choose that option for like when you're doing the upgrade, I guess when you go to the landing page like for the upgrade, it'll let you upgrade to Windows 10 at no cost. But this loophole is apparently going to be closed by December 31st of this year.
Okay.
So if you do or have been considering, if you do want Windows 10 or if you've been considering going to Windows 10 but are still not sure, you still got like a couple months. But honestly, like I know that they said they were going to end it last year and they didn't. But realistically, I feel like there's going to be a point where they got to cut it off.
They they want serious money. I mean, they've already made serious money, but like...
I mean, and the big thing is, like, you know, obviously they're making money off of harvesting your data. It's Microsoft. That's a whole other argument. I want to get into that.
Yeah, it's weird because on one hand, you think they want to get you on Windows 10, which they definitely do. But on the other hand, they're trying to sell it at the same time. So it's kind of like, when are they going to cut it off? Because at some point they will, because they want you to buy it. Yeah. It's just, do they want you to buy it more than they want you to actually have it? That's really the what if, right?
Depends how much money they can make off of selling your data.
True. Probably a lot.
Probably. Which is probably why they kept the free ride going.
Yeah.
But
yeah, true.
Anyway,
why they kept it for another year.
Yeah. But anyway, so if you guys are interested in this, it may or may not get cut off on December 31st. We'll see. But for now, you can, I guess, assume that it will. So if you're interested in Windows 10 for free, now may or may not be your last chance. Moving on. Intel and ARM are apparently joining forces, which is interesting but weird. Intel's had a really hard time getting into the mobile market with a lot of their processors. Yeah. They scale down really well to a point, but even something like there's the U processors, but like more specifically like the Y processors, like the Core M stuff, the 4.5 watt processors, they're still too much for something like a phone. Yeah, the small stuff. Yeah, it's still like 4.5 watts is still... Because that's their NUC stuff, right? No, the NUC stuff is like the U stuff. Okay, right. They're like 15 watt TDP-ish. So is that like the really small USB stick? What is that, Watson or something like that? No, the USB stick, that's like Core M. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So Watson's like even below that. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like basically like the way Intel's like stepping goes down is you have like your S series, which is like desktop, 65 watt, 90 watt TDP, and you know, and then above like enthusiast or whatever. Then you've got there's one in between and I can't remember what it is, but it's for like laptops that are higher TDP. So something like this is 35, 45 watt TDP. Right. Rather than an Ultrabook, let's say. Yeah. So Ultrabook is where you get into the Y series, which is 15 to 25 watt TDP. Okay. And then you've got the U series is the 15 watt to 25. So confusing. The Y series is like Core M, like a Core M3, Core M5. Okay. Stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff you'd see in like the Windows USB stick thing or whatever you call it, or even like what was that? I don't even remember what that was called, but anyway. or something like the new MacBook. Right. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Makes sense. This ARM joining with Intel here, this is to design ARM chips using Intel's fabrication processes, which is really interesting. There's a lot of detail in here. I'm going to gloss over a lot of it because we're a little pressed for time. The one thing that I did want to talk about, and this is what I thought was really cool, was they're talking about ARM developing the new Cortex processors on Intel's 10 nanometer process, which hasn't even been released in anything yet. And specifically what they mentioned in the article is that apparently, this is all rumor obviously, but apparently these new chips are going to be running at 3.5 gigs and taking just shy of less than half of the power of a Snapdragon 820. which is insane. So we'll have to wait to see what really comes of this.
Yeah.
But if they're even like, half, 3/4 of the way to that, it's going to be really impressive. So it'd be interesting to see what comes of this. If you're interested in mobile tech, this is pretty huge. So, definitely read through the article. I know I skimmed through a lot of it, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here.
This is the future of the mobile stuff. Maybe, potentially.
Well, it's the two titans almost of the mobile world, like ARM and Intel.
Yeah.
Intel's not a titan of the mobile world, but they're a titan of everything else.
Yeah, they're titan of chips.
Well, there's a reason they're called Chipzilla.
Yeah, there you go.
Like it's friggin' Intel. But yeah.
So hopefully this coming together kind of.
Hopefully your phone is about to get a whole lot more faster.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe have better battery life. That'd be nice too.
That would be convenient.
This next one's going to be kind of quick as well.
This is nuts.
But we just had to throw this in here.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is apparently past $7,000 now.
Like what?
So if you haven't checked your Bitcoin wallet in a while.
Yeah, if you have a Bitcoin, you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. So
like anyone who just back in the day when we started getting into it or looking at it, $300, $400.
I should have dude. I legitimately regret not mining Bitcoin right away at my 290X.
Yeah.
I should have.
Because
if I had one Bitcoin even from back then,
a half of Bitcoin.
Yeah. If I had half a Bitcoin,
even any portion is like a few $100 now.
If I had half a Bitcoin, I could buy a whole new computer. and like
insane.
a baller one, like a $3,500 computer.
Just from mining it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes me if it wasn't so hard, I'd fire up my 290X again. But it's not. Yeah, it's not worth it anymore. But yeah.
But yeah, so Bitcoin is very, very, very pricey right now, which is awesome.
So, yeah. Anyway, if you don't pay for your power, you run whatever you got 24/7. You do it.
It's so good.
You're not doing it.
I wonder what it is actually like to mine it now, considering it's so expensive.
Oh, you want an ASIC? I'll tell you that.
Like it's probably really hard.
Oh yeah, don't even bother the video card. Get an ASIC.
Yeah. So.
But still, if you don't pay for your power, who cares? Just do it.
True.
But yeah,
that's craziness.
That's crazy, man. Just wait till it passes $10,000. It's gonna happen.
Oh my god!
I don't know when, but
it's been consistently going up for a long time now. So
it was worth $3,000 on September 15th.
It goes all the way back to December 2016 when it was $300.
That's crazy, man.
So it started at $300 in December 2016. January 2017, it was already almost $1,000. Or it was $1,000 at one point.
I should have spent all my money on that.
And then now we're in October of 2017 and it's 7.5 almost.
That's crazy.
It's like, oh my god.
Well,
yeah.
Anyway, if you got some Bitcoins, good for you. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, that's it for other stuff. Let's do gaming. Yeah. We got a couple gaming things this week. Yeah. So first up, PUBG. You guys already probably knew it was coming to Xbox One, but did you know that it's coming to Xbox One on December 12th?
So
now you do.
A month and 10 days. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And there's also some details regarding version full version 1.0 for PC.
Yep.
In here as well, which is apparently coming, late December. I don't know what that means. Christmas Day.
They definitely got some money to use now, so.
Yeah, they have some money. Yeah.
A little bit.
They got a couple extra bucks.
This is like the biggest blow up of a game ever.
So definitely it's already one of the biggest. Well, it briefly overtook Dota 2.
Wow.
For most concurrent, remember that?
Wow.
We talked about that a month ago. It briefly overtook Dota 2 for most concurrent players for any game in the world.
I do remember that actually.
And that was a month ago. And
that's crazy.
It's not even on Xbox yet.
Yeah, it's just PC.
It's just PC.
Wow.
And it's not even the full version of the game. It's a beta.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's still early access. That's insanity.
Holy crap.
So Xbox One users are going to get some PUBG, which is awesome. And I'm sure it's going to blow up like crazy on Xbox as well. So
they're going to blow each other up.
Yeah, no kidding.
In PUBG. All right. What else we got here? Yes. So, you guys like fake news? Or fake reviews anyway?
Oh my god. This is funny, actually.
Yeah, we just put this in here because it's funny. So, Assassin's Creed Origins has been released. Two reasonably decent reviews from what I've seen.
It
looks
solid.
like it's pretty good. We just put this in here because it's funny. So, I'll scroll down a bit. You guys can see. So, first, okay, there's several things wrong here. The first thing I'll point to is I'll use my mouse. This review and the other ones that are colored, they're copy paste. So there's that. But
word for word.
Word for word. But the even better part is just look at these usernames.
Yeah, exactly.
Just look at them.
Every single one.
This one was posted by user FRF34343434. And then the other one was posted by FFJHRD. What the?
Yeah.
They could have at least put John Smith.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
a
Like, you're
name.
not even trying.
I think it's probably taken.
Yeah, true.
At that point, they're just trying to like.
Yeah,
they must. I bet you whoever's doing this got paid.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're copying and pasting reviews. They definitely got paid.
So I don't know who's paying them, but that's kind of suspect.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know who else would pay them, other than the people that want it to be successful. But obviously, that's gonna blow up in their face, though. I mean, look at the fucking usernames.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, it's gonna have a negative impact. But
If anybody was ever going to pay anybody for anything, make sure they try.
yeah, make sure they actually do the job.
Like,
don't pay them pennies for something that's worth dollars. Like,
yeah.
Man.
Send a boy to do a man's job. Anyway, but speaking of Assassin's Creed Origins, this is going to be our last topic for this week, but this is a performance review from OC3D.net. These guys do really awesome performance reviews.
Yep.
There's a lot here.
It's super in-depth.
Yeah, they do like CPU testing, different resolutions and stuff. I am only going to show you guys the 1080p results because that's what the vast majority of all of us game at is 1080p. Me and Josh are kind of exceptions. We game at 1440, but I know a lot of you guys, probably most of you, if not all of you, watching game at 1080p. So we'll go over that quickly. And the short version is this game is like super duper demanding.
Yeah, like unreasonably demanding.
Now, so this is going up to 1080 at the high end, RR9 380 at the low end. This is using the high preset. There is a very high and an ultra preset above this. So you're looking at, like, if you want 60 FPS average at 1080p, you're looking at a 1060 or a 980 Ti.
Which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
That doesn't make sense. Now, excuse me, if you go look at the 1440p benchmarks, you'll notice the 980 Ti handily overtakes the 1060.
Okay.
So I'm assuming this is somewhat CPU related in some way.
Makes sense.
But even still, like, the 1060 kind of almost makes sense. Like, it sounds about right. But, like, the 1080 only getting a 84 average and a 50 minimum, the 1060's minimum is better.
Yeah, like, that's
rough, man.
Like, I don't really get it.
I don't know if this game's, like, not optimized or if it's, people have been talking about this new DRM they have going on. I don't know what part of it is causing this or if it just needs a driver update or what.
Yeah.
But, like, that's rough, man. Like, if you wanted to play this game at ultra at 1080p and get, like, 60 FPS,
you need a beast card.
you're going to need, like definitely minimum 1080.
Yeah.
Potentially a 1080 Ti.
Yep.
And
that's crazy.
And, like, I don't even know, like, if ultra includes anti-aliasing or not.
Yeah, true. I guess.
Like,
yeah.
I don't even know.
I mean, we'd have to see what the presets do.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I
mean, yeah. So
I'm gonna assume it does because it's so demanding. But
I hope it does.
if it isn't, oh my god.
Because if not, then you definitely need a 1080 Ti.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Game is definitely demanding. It's gotten good reviews. It does look like a pretty fun game, but just if you want to play this game with high settings, even at 1080p, like I said, it's pretty demanding. So just be aware that if you're going to pick up this game, you are probably going to have to sacrifice a bit of quality to get a smooth experience.
True.
But other than that, it does look like a lot of fun. So
Looks awesome too.
yeah, and it does look really good. I'm sure it probably looks honestly pretty good on medium anyway. But
True.
But anyway, that's everything for this week. Yep. So, as per usual, thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Like the video if you liked it. Definitely share it around.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Obviously, we'll be back next week. Same place, same time.
Yep.
And, thanks for watching again. We'll see you guys next time.